everyone, today we've been to the hardware store. We've been kindly gifted by our neighbour Martin a gas boiler which is up on the wall. We'll show you that in a minute. But to get it connected we needed to get some fittings. We've also bought a tank full of propane, which can, once you've paid for the tank, you can take it back and get it refilled. So anyway, this is what sits on top of the tank and locks on. That in turn goes to a regulator. So we've had to buy both of those parts. They're all connected via this rubber hose, and this rubber hose has these bayonet fittings which you warm this up in hot water and push these in, and they've got barbs on them so they never pull out. The threads have to have PTFE on them, not ordinary white PTFE but the yellow one, which is specifically for gas. So if you're dealing with gas, always buy the yellow PTFE tape rather than the plain white one. So we're going to connect these parts all together now and you'll test it to see if it actually works, because I think the reason we were given it was that it wasn't operating very well, and Martin bought a new one, but he seems to think it might be alright now, so it's we're going to test it anyway and see how we get on. So once connected it looks something like that. That's the bit that sits on top of the bottle. There's a regulator, there's an adapter, and finally the barbed bayonet fitting sits on top of that to take the pipe. And the other end of the pipe on the actual boiler is another one of these barbed fittings which have a rubber seal in them, but PTFE anyway, it's probably a good idea. Okay, so I'm just assembling this part. What I've done, I've wrapped this with the PTFE tape and I'm just going to tighten that last fitting up, but prior to the bayonet fitting going on. And then I need to go away and heat up my pipe in hot water so that I can push that on. Down here we have the tank of propane. We've bought this one, but as I say, you get them refilled once they're empty. Cost of this, Jen, the propane tank?
30 something, and then you have to charge you 15 for the tank first time buying it.
Okay. So in total that cost around €50 to get us going. Hopefully that should last a reasonable amount of time, because it's super hot at the moment, so we're not going to be using a huge amount of hot water. In fact we'll probably be taking cold showers if anything. Not that we've built the shower yet, that's going in this corner, but it's one step at a time, and the first step is to get the hot water boiler going. So I'm just going to, I've locked my mole grips on that. You may call them something else in America, but we call them mole grips in the UK. And this is an adjustable spanner, but I know for a fact that in Germany they call these adjustable spanners Englishers. I don't think it's a term of endearment, but it's doing the job. It's a good quality one. Okay, that's tight. Don't want to overdo it. It's got the tape on it anyway. Okay, so before you tighten up your bayonet fitting, in the end there's a rubber seal. You can see that just about. Anyway, there's a rubber seal in there. That's probably far too close up.
This is what it looked like.
when you tighten up, that rubber seal sits on that face there, so this has to be the right type of fitting. You can't just stick any connector there, it has to be specifically to take that gas seal. So if you're buying this setup, be sure that when you buy that fitting, it's the one that accepts that seal. Probably don't need PTFE, but it's belt and braces type of thing. So once again, I'm just going to, because I don't have all the right size spanners here, although I've got a beautiful set in the UK. Okay, so once again, my Englisher, or adjustable spanner, adjustable wrench, as they say in Texas. You don't want to snap that off or anything silly, so tight enough. So that's going to look like that. We can plop that on and lock it once we're connected, but if I just connect that now, the gas is going to come through the top there and we'll get propane poisoning. So we're going to go away now, boil up some hot water and dip the ends of our pipe in it. So the other part goes on the bottom of the boiler, straightforward enough. I've already put the PTFE tape on that fitting. There was some on there, but I took that off because I don't know what the last person's done, so it's better that we definitely know we've got the gas tape on there rather than any other kind of tape. Okay, so that's ready for our pipe. So what we've got here is hot water out. At the moment that's just dangling because we're only going to run it into a bucket to test it. Cold water in and gas in. It's powered by two batteries here, two of the old, what we used to call U2 batteries. I think they're called D4 or D5 or something now. And then basically heat control and water control. There don't seem to be much more to it than that. Doesn't seem to be much more to it than that. So as I say, we'll connect up our hose and give it a shot. Hopefully it works. What we've got here is a flue which will sit on top and actually be taped on tightly with aluminium tape. This will come up and to a set height, which is in the instructions, and we've got to make a hole through the wall and take that out for ventilation on top. But we're not doing that just yet until we know it definitely works, because we don't want to cut a hole in the side of the cabin to take this, only to find that the boiler is no good. So we'll just let the fumes go up through the roof for now while we do a quick test, and then once it's up and running we'll fit this flue. So I've heated that end up in boiling water. I'm not 100% sure it was completely necessary, but all the way up, and then we have a pipe clip as well. Don't like that because that's a bit close to that pipe there, so I'm going to turn that round. I want a hole through a water pipe, do we? Okay, now for the tricky bit. There's a bit of a knack to doing this. I have to film this more than once. Okay, I think we push down on here.
Don't lock it.
And then turn the that's it. So that sort of plastic wedge thing there locks onto the on-off button, and then you can open your regulator and go about halfway because we're not 100% sure. Okay, so bucket, pipe.
You're going to test it then?
Just so.
Oh, wait.
Perhaps I've got to turn the water on. Only had 6 pairs of hands. Okay, so that one obviously regulates how much is coming through. This one, I assume, is how hot it gets. So for a minute, because the bucket's getting a bit full.
Empty it.
Okay, so try again. Water on. I assume that's maximum heat because a small flame and a big flame.
Is the water hot?
No. See if it takes a while to warm up. If that's what Dan said, isn't it? It takes a minute or two for the boiler to start warming it. It's not like an electric one that's instant.
So medium on both. Well, it should work. Nothing.
The only other thing we've altered is the
gas.
gas pressure. Okay, that was an abrupt ending to that video, which turned out to be a massive fail, unfortunately. But I'm going to take the chance to say thank you to Martin, who gave us the boiler. Unfortunately, something about it wasn't right and it wouldn't work. Big thank you to Brian, who came round to have a look at our electrics. 2 heads better than 1 on that one. We just wanted to double check everything was right. And he also took a look at the boiler that I couldn't get going, and neither could he, unfortunately. So we think we're going to go in a different direction. We're going to keep our gas tank and accumulator, etc., for another job, probably in the house. And what we're thinking to do is put in an electric water boiler. As you've seen, if you go and look at Portugal on a Shoestring, you'll see Brian has fitted one of those in his house. So that will show you how it's done, and we're going to follow that example. We did consider buying a brand new gas boiler because we'd already got the tank, but the very, very cheapest one was €220, and we can buy on offer an electric tank for hot water for about €180. So that's the direction we're going to go, and we think that's probably a safer bet to have inside the cabin in the garden.
I decided to pick up some peaches. This is the first time we've ever collected some fruit from this tree. So I'll show you what I have got. It's only a small tree and there's quite a few left on the tree. So these are the things that I've picked out off the branch and throw it on here. So those are the ones I picked up earlier, and I decided I might as well pick the one that up higher end. So not bad. A few left. I don't know if they're ready. I'm not sure. No, the ones that I've picked up, they're a bit softer, so some have got a bit of a damage to it. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what to do with them, but this one's lovely, soft and no blemish. And that one. Some are looking really good. Some are a bit have these little marks, but I think they're all right. Not bad. So I don't know what to do with them. There's quite a lot there. I don't know.
Where have you been? Down to Georgia to get your peaches. Is that today's crop?
Yeah,
that's amazing. What are we going to have?
I don't know. What do you think?
Peach pie.
Oh.
Peach on toast. Peach sorbet. Yeah, it's a brilliant crop though.
Yeah, it smells lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, I tasted one earlier. It wasn't super sweet, but it was sweet. It was just right.
Okay, interesting.